Hi guys, so this will be the review of the Lenovo Y50-70 gaming laptop. I will pretty much straightforward cut into the review part of it. I didn't overcomplicate it, and there's already several ones out there. I wanted to do an unboxing of it, but I had technical issues, so that sadly got cancelled. But I find it kind of bad that I couldn't do it. But there's actually good news that I will include some gameplay videos in it, and I will also hopefully have some gameplay footages soon uploaded to YouTube if I find the time to play some actually. I wouldn't play the newest games because some of them either not my style of game or they don't just interest me, so I will play here and here some games. I will see how you guys react to it and do more or less of them in the future. So hi guys, this is the review of the Lenovo Y50-70. It's a 15.6-inch HD so-called gaming laptop. I would say it's relatively good on gaming laptops, but probably could find some better ones on the market. But I find it very pleasing as it's a very good price for it, even in the area where I live in middle of Europe, where the taxes make it well more expensive than others. Mine is with the simple HD screen with an Nvidia Geforce GTX 860M 4GB video card, which is actually the MAXWELL architecture one, which there was quite a fuss if it will come with it or not. Also, it comes with a slightly stronger processor. It's the Intel i7 4710HQ. It's baseline 2.5 GHz, but with boost it goes up to 3.5 GHz with 4 cores, so it's a beast in its place. There are some models which come with 4 gigs of RAM. Mine came with 8 gigs of DDR3L SDRAM, which is 1600 MHz, but it can be upgraded to 16 GB. It comes with speakers produced by JBL, which have a pretty good sound. They are clear, loud, but even though they advertise that it comes with a bass, the bass is still a little bit wobbly in places. The inbuilt camera is a 720p camera, which I didn't test it out really, but I saw that in low light conditions it does get very bad. It doesn't have a DVD drive in it, but they included an external DVD drive for me. And also the weight is, I would say, lighter than most of the gaming laptops, as it's 5.29 lbs or 2.4 kilograms, which means more for me. The keyboard, which I like very much, is a Backlit AccuType Keyboard from Lenovo. It's red colored. I will show you that later. The storage inside is a 1TB Hybrid SSHD with the integrated 8GB of nano flash. There's also an option where it comes with a 512GB SSD, but I found that the 1TB hard drive is pretty beastly in it. It's a 5400 RPM one from Western Digital, but it still does what it really needs to. The wireless connections on it is Bluetooth 4.0, which I don't use anything really. Some people would use it, but for me Bluetooth is not a used issue. The Wi-Fi is an Intel dual band wireless AC 3160 card, which Functions, I guess, very good, because where I live the Wi-Fi connection is hard to manage, but it still picks up fairly good signal. The connections on it are actually very satisfying for me, as you will find on the left side, the adapter for charging. You will find the Ethernet place, next to it an HDMI-out and two USB 3.0s. On the other side you will find the SDIF card slot here, also an audio jack. It's a combo, so headphone and mic together. You'll find an SD card slot and also a USB 2.0 and a Kensington lock. They say that the battery is a 4-cell 54 watt lithium ion battery, which I can believe Lenovo. On their website they say the battery can keep up to 5 hours of Wi-Fi browsing, depending on configuration, of course. For me, I never used the whole battery up, but I can easily manage to go 3 hours surfing, taking notes in college. So sorry if you hear any barking in the background, that's my dog. In many cases it comes actually preloaded with Windows 8.1, but if you don't get it with Windows 8.1, then for sure there is a CD included with the drivers for 8.1. Otherwise it's a very well-rounded computer. On the back you will find nothing, just a grill here on the sides. I mean, you can see it. And there's most of the heat comes out through here and behind the screen. And here's where they say that there's the base. You can see some of the screws around the edges. And you have this rubbery surfaces here, so it doesn't slide, and a long one here. Though what I found that it does collect fingerprints and everything and smudges very much, so you will have a rough time cleaning it. And actually after a couple of time using it and putting it in the bag, I don't know if it will focus, there is on this corner you can see that the black paint will wear off, so do be careful with it. I don't know, it doesn't want to focus, sorry. So let's look in the inside of the computer. See, it does, the keyboard does light up when you turn it up from sleeping mode. I chose this back cover for Windows. I cannot give you back the screen quality of it, but I can tell that the panel inside has pretty okay viewing angle, so basically from like the sides you can still see it, but you need to be pretty much straight forward. The viewing angles from bottom on the camera you cannot see it as good, but actually better from this angle in personal than from if you are looking it from up. The colors get even more washed out. Here's the camera. Sorry guys, I need to adjust. Here's the 720p camera. You have two mics there, and actually the front speakers are located in these red places in pretty much the middle of it where my finger is. I will have a close-up shot of that part as well. The surface here is pretty rubbery and it feels very good, but it does collect fingerprints. You have the normal stickers of Intel Core i7, Geforce, and on here some extra that says HD webcam, always on USB option, and the JBL speakers, and it, for me, which was one of the weirdest, it says here the Ultra HD screen optional. Like, I didn't know that, I didn't buy that one specifically. I thought the Full HD is pretty much enough for me for the gaming I do. I will have some gaming clips cut in soon, but first I will want to talk a little bit more about the actual machine. It did benchmark out pretty good, as I got on Nova Bench of 1041 with the integrated HD graphics from Nvidia, from Intel. And but the more surprising marks got from 3D Mark for me, where Firestrike had 3610, Cloudgate had 13798, and Ice Storm got 84,097, which I think is pretty good. I would say you can use this computer not only for gaming but also for video editing as well, because it is capable. And actually, to show you the keyboard light, I don't know how much you can see it here. It can be added in 3 levels, like you have it off. There's like a mid-range, a high, and a off again. So it doesn't have too much. Actually, where I live, I got 3 years of warranty on it, which is very nice, I would say. And I also love actually the option in Windows 8.1 where you can enter with a PIN code or a password, because with a PIN, for me, it's faster. Actually, for the trackpad, that's where I found the weakest point of this machine, as either my hand cannot get on it or there's some severe problem with it, as it doesn't seem accurate, and especially when I want to highlight more documents or more files out, it just scrolls way too down or way too up. The clickiness of it seems alright for both sides. There's just, as you can see, I don't know why doesn't it want to focus. Sorry guys, I don't know. It just doesn't want to focus. There's a little red line cutting through here where it divides the trackpad. Otherwise, I cannot mention really too much more on it, because previously I think other YouTubers have mentioned everything which you really need to know. I have a little concern on, it doesn't heat up that much, but I still find it a bit worrying that it doesn't have any real airflow in it. So I bought right away this laptop stand, which has a 120mm fan, which basically blocks up one of my USBs. That's usually I put it onto the USB 2.0, but that's not too big of a deal, but it does help to get the heat out from it. Actually, I put back that there. Also, for me, one of the things, because I used an Apple laptop before MacBook Pro 13-inch, and I love their charger as the MagSafe, what they use, as if you have any small pets or any pets or children running around, that just plugs right out, so your machine doesn't fall out. This one has this pretty weird USB shaped, camera doesn't want to focus. Oh yeah, this USB shaped dock which has like one straight pin in it, which just goes in like a normal USB would pop, and it's pretty sturdy in there, it doesn't want to pull out, so you can see I can pull the whole computer with it. So that if you have any kids around, it will. And for me, another kind of weak point was the bulky charger, which is very big. It doesn't have anything too specific written here which could be interesting, but it is heavy and bulky. So that will pretty much cover whole of the game. I wanted to do also some gameplay from League of Legends, which I love to play, but I find constant lag there, so that's probably a server issue, because I cannot, the machine is more than well capable of running it. I get the high FPS, I have 100 megabytes of internet here, so it cannot be my internet connection. I tried to get some official pictures from Lenovo, but they didn't give any reply to my email, so basically this is the machine, and here is the CD drive which they gave with the laptop external. As you can see, it connects with USB 2.0. This little red button is the eject. I don't know how much I will use it, but there's always good to have an external drive, CD drive out in the home. Now I will cut into some gameplay videos where you can see how the FPSs go around.
Get fifth or better this season. I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
Welcome to Formula One 2013.
6, we're clearing the box. Thanks for the assist. We'll hold down the left flank and provide supporting fire. Out.
Okay, Ranger. There's a lot of attention surrounding the season final. All eyes are on you. Bring us the win. You can do it.
Father, they say you are a criminal.
The white tree, the very symbol of God, is on its third life, dear. Replanted with new seedlings. Those are rebirths.
Knocking on their door. Black Dyke. I've spotted the filthy claw! Disarm him! Feel this!